And for those of you who have read the book, you know that neuroplasticity is both a blessing and a curse. Because if you're born into this world, a human infant, with, socially speaking, a blank slate, because you do come in with an inheritance, you know, a genetic inheritance, but you come into the world, socially speaking, a blank slate. You don't know how to speak, you don't know a language, you don't know a culture, you even don't know how to walk, which means you have to learn it all. And there's no guarantee that the way you learn to do it is the most optimal way for you. There's just no guarantee. That's the curse of neuroplasticity. What you learn might not serve you best. Thankfully, we have a brain, a nervous system, and the capacity to be self-aware, and with those two things working in tandem, we can learn a different way of acting. And as I said in the last segment, this is the whole premise of Feldenkrais's work. Self-improvement through self-directed learning. You can learn your way into a different way of thinking, moving, feeling, acting. You can, all of us can. That's the plus side of neuroplasticity. Please roll to one side, come up to sit. Have the soles of your feet together. Lean on the floor behind you with your hands. And rock your pelvis 12 to 6. Now you have a whole new bunch of information based on your experience working with your partner. What do you choose to do now? And hopefully your choice will be heading more and more in the direction of ease, comfort, ability, maybe right to that place of, ooh, that feels really nice, I like that. It's almost like a pleasure to do. Okay, now stop. Could you please sit like you originally did at the very beginning of the lesson? Do you remember how you sat? Yeah? Do you remember what you did with your hands? Do you remember where you were looking? How are your legs positioned? Where was your head? And do the very first movement that we did at the beginning. Take your head towards 12, come back, turn your head towards 6, come back. Notice whether you make the same choices now or different choices. Even though you're sitting in the same bodily configuration, notice if your choices are different, informed differently based on your 1 hour's experience. So on the basis of changing experiences, we create for ourselves different options, and therein lies our human freedom. You can be almost in exactly the same scenario, and you have different options. So this is another Feldenkrais belief, that all human beings have the capacity for free will, which is choice. And it's a belief. Some people disagree with that. Some people say that everything is cause and effect. There is no free will. But Feldenkrais chose otherwise. So it's a belief. And every ATM lesson you ever do is grounded in that belief, that you, through experience, can generate different choices, which expands your range of options, which is an exercise of free will. Return to having your feet together, lean on your hands behind you, do a few more movements. Great. Stop, come up to standing. And notice what gets carried over in terms of your bodily experience. What gets carried over when you come up to stand? And that might be, once again, spontaneous. You suddenly feel different. Or for some of you, maybe you'll need to recall for a few moments, oh yes, the head can be like this and the chest can be like that. And you literally carry it with you to standing. And then walk a little bit. Notice what it's like to walk. Okay. And I think what we might do today is have an early lunch. It's 25 to 1. So let's come back at 25 to 2 and we'll continue from there. Yep. Enjoy lunch. Yep, here comes the mic.